Last time on the Just Create SMP, I built an incredible tree farm that takes up the entirety of my Guardian Farm circular disky thing. I should probably come up with a name for this. Anyway, this time what we need to do is set up a harvesting system to get a whole bunch of leaves from these trees, as well as an underground storage area that also processes all of the logs into strip logs and things and gets them all over to my base. But in order to get them into this new huge underground storage area, I'm probably going to need one of those, which I haven't done yet. But we've got no time for that because it's time to start improving that tree farm and getting all sorts of wood and trees and stuff and leaves and whatnot. Let's do this. It's time I built a system to get all of the items out of this and into a storage vault down here. But this is where I need to do something clever, and I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, so you have to bear with me. Oh, and I haven't put my windows in. Do the windows, then I'll do something clever. Where's my glass? Okay, glass time. There we go, that's better. We've got a big old window now that spans the whole way round both of our underground areas. So that clever thing then. As the contraption goes round, chopping down trees and planting saplings, it's going to fill itself up with all of the extra saplings, the logs, the sticks and everything else. And then when it gets back to about this point here, a portable storage interface is going to interact with something down there and take all of those items away, which is fine in theory, but then you get trees like mangroves and dark oaks which don't always produce that many saplings, and jungle as well. I mean, these jungle trees have hardly got any leaves at all, and the spruce ones are very similar. So we need to make sure that we're not just taking all of the saplings out of the machine every time it does a loop. We want to keep some in there so it's got plenty to place down on the next one. But if we just put a system on here to stop taking any saplings out of the system, then it'll eventually just fill completely up with saplings and it won't be able to pick up any wood or leaves or sticks, which is not ideal. The way I've accomplished this in the past is with toolboxes, because you can set filters for each of the slots in the toolbox, and that could work in this situation here. However, the problem with toolboxes is they're not ever so reliable on contraptions, or at least in my experience. So what I want to do, although I haven't figured out how yet, is I want to have a system in place that takes all of the logs and leaves and things out every time it goes past, but only takes the saplings out every maybe 4 or 5 times it goes past. And for that, we're going to need some sort of counting system. Both of the systems are going to need a portable storage interface to actually interact with what's under the ground. But if we're going to have 2 separate systems, then we're probably going to need 2 separate ones of these, which I can't put there because there's water down there. So we need to actually put these in a place where we can pick them up. So it would make sense to maybe have one of them there facing downwards and perhaps another one there facing downwards. And then that one can be for all of the logs and leaves and sticks, and this one can be for the saplings. That means underneath these, down in our little workshop area, we need to have another one facing upwards for them to interact with each other. And then underneath these, we're going to need chutes, taking all of the items out and putting them into vaults. And we want to take the items out as quickly as possible so that the tree farm can then move on and do its next lap, which means I put all of my shulker boxes and things in the way. Oh, geez. Let's move all of this out of the way a little bit. So first of all, I think let's do what we did in the other place and just throw down a big old vault. Next, I need to create a couple of filters with all the different types of saplings in, and this is where the problem is highlighted. You see, I've been through every single one of these barrels, and within them, there isn't a single jungle sapling or propagule, meaning we're just not getting enough propagules or jungle saplings to be able to then start taking them out of the system. We want to leave as many as we can into it so that it can actually have some in it to plant them. And that means that the only jungle saplings we've got are literally the ones in these deployers. So now I'm just going to put every single type of sapling into these filters. Then I'm going to make one a deny list, and the other one's going to be an allow list. Then back under here on top of our vault, what we need to do is put a chute in there with the one with the deny list in, and that means it can take all of the logs and leaves and sticks out of the system, but it'll leave the saplings alone. Let's just pop that on there. Make sure it's facing in the right direction. So now we've got a way of offloading all the things that we want to offload every single time it goes round. Now I've got to fit. How you get it? It's light. There's lights everywhere. You telling me this corner's too dark? Really? I will not have my farms blowing up. So now we've got a system for taking out all of the things we want to take out every single time the machine goes past here. Now we need to do the one with some sort of circuit on it to only do it sometimes. That's going to be tricky. How the heck am I going to do this? So the only way I can find to actually get a redstone signal out of this thing once it's done a rotation is to put a redstone contact on both sides. With that in place, we then get a pulse out out of there, which I can then put into this little redstone counter. I'm sure there's more optimized ways of doing this, but basically what I've got is a dropper and a hopper. Over here, we've got another hopper with 4 swords in. So when this hopper has more swords in it than that hopper, this comparator basically triggers this to turn off, allowing all of the swords to go back into the dispenser. Just to show you this working, if there's 4 in there, they won't go anywhere, but when you've got 5 in there, they'll all go away again. And that gives us enough time to unlock the chute that's going to be underneath the little interface thingy-mabob to let out all of the saplings. Okay, right. I've just got to build this on the server. So back on the server, I've now put in our little thing in order to count how many times this thing goes round, and we're doing exactly the same thing as on the test world. So every time it goes around 5 times, this chute will unlock, allowing the saplings to come out of there and into this little vault here. The only other thing I've got to do with those interfaces is obviously to get bone meal to go back into the machine so that we can bone meal our azaleas. And fortunately for me, just round here in this big vault, we're actually getting bone meal from the Guardian farm. So I think instead of sending this over here to be turned into bone blocks and sold at our shops, we might as well just divert it all straight over to there to go into the tree farm. That means I've got to get those items over here. And also in this space, I've got to set up 10 different processing lines for all of these different types of wood, as well as the bamboo. And I need systems in place to burn off any excess we've got so we're not overflowing everything, like I've got over here on these ones. On here, we've basically got threshold switches that are looking for items, and if we've got too many of that item, it just burns off any excess. And that way, the vaults don't back up and it doesn't stop our production of everything else. Quite a long time later, I now have a bunch of vaults in here, and it's taken me an awful long time to set this up, believe it or not, because each one of these vaults has a whole bunch of threshold switches and smart chutes underneath it. The idea here is that all of our stuff is going to be in this one big vault, and this little funnel here is going to let everything out except for apples, moss carpet and sticks, which are all just going to get burnt away in a little fire pit there from that smart chute, which is allowing those things through. Everything else is going to run along this conveyor here and get picked up by these funnels into these vaults. And there's a different vault for each tree type. And what we're going to be doing is storing not just the logs, but the leaves and the saplings in these as well. So all of them have got chutes with threshold switches attached to basically say, if we've got too many of these things, burn the rest in fire. And that way we won't get any backups. What that means is we actually need to get the saplings from this little vault here into there. And I've also got this little row above this that is going to be sending the bone meal back into the system via this chute here. And believe it or not, that has all taken about 2 hours. Just fiddling with these threshold switches, getting all of the stack numbers right and putting it all in place. It's a nightmare. But anyway, now that we've got these here, it's going to be very easy for us to make stripped variants of all the logs. And we've even got space down at the bottom to do all of the bamboo stuff. So really, the next thing I should do is get some power to this and actually test it's actually going to work with our tree farm, which has been sat there dormant for a while, and as a result, we've got a lot of trees that have grown. We don't have any mangrove growing over here, but I think that's because it's just out of my simulation distance as I'm working on the other side of this disc. But yeah, that's a lot of trees to chop down, which means that's a lot of wood to chop down. So I guess we need to make our final changes to that tree farm and get some power connected down here. Power's now attached from that chain drive over there, so all of these belts are now active. But it has just occurred to me, if we're going to be burning off all of the leaves from these things, instead of burning them off, we could compost them and make the bone meal that way, which I might do, but not now because I need to concentrate on all of the other things I need to do in here. So for now, let's just get the bone meal diverted from this system here instead of actually turning it into bone blocks. Or alternatively, we could split the belt and have half of it going as bone blocks and the other half going into our system. I mean, it's not going to be a lot, but it's going to be plenty, I think. And that means we need a belt coming along around about here. Like this, a belt attached to there like that. And then I guess what we can do at this point is just stick a vault on there rather than using a tunnel. We'll have a chute on there, a chute on there, and a chute on there. And if we just let 9 at a time out of there, because we've got 18 at a time coming out of there, we'll get 9 at a time that way. But there's no point in wasting money on the brass ones when the silver ones will do. Found a site? Yeah, the silver ones. And there we go. Now we can send bone meal up there with a little bit of chain drive. And there we go. Lovely. Right, let's get the tree farm working. in. Oh, and let's get the saplings out of there and into there. And I think for that, we'll just use item drains. We'll have an andesite funnel there facing inwards and a brass funnel there facing outwards. And there we go. All of the saplings will go across there and into there. How are you getting in now? And now he's gone. I was going to kill you, but clearly I'm not getting enough light over here, so I think for now I'm just going to dot a few extra sea lanterns around and then light this place up properly a little bit later on. Jeez. Tree farm. So let's just see if this is going to work by turning it all on. Hopefully it'll sit here for a minute and dump all of that stuff into our new storage system. It is. It's sitting there. Hopefully it is dumping stuff. Is it all going in? Got bone meal sat there doing nothing. Now I'm stuck in a hole. How do I get back in? Got nothing going in there and nothing going in there, but things are coming along here. Excellent, yes, and they're hopefully all getting picked up by the right places. This looks good. We can see, looking at that, just how many items are actually in the tree farm that it's got to send through. And at the moment, it's not going to allow any bone meal through, and it's not going to allow any of the saplings out, because I've also linked the bone meal up to this, because otherwise, if we end up with a backup of bone meal, we could end up filling the entire tree farm with bone meal, which wouldn't leave any room for anything that it actually harvests and collects. Oh, and speaking of the tree farm, I haven't even put the leaf gathering thing on there yet, have I? I should probably do that before it starts chopping down all of the trees. Wait! Stop. Okay, we can't harvest leaves from bamboo because they don't have any, and the acacia looks like the average leaf height is pretty much in line with the top of our thingy here, so we might as well just stick a couple more of those on there, stick those on there, whack on a little bit of glue there and a little bit more glue there, and move on to the next tree. And birch is probably around about the same, so let's do exactly the same thing there. Acacia is a little bit higher up, so let's just bring these harvesters probably around about that height there, and then spruce are pretty low down, so we'll probably go about the same as we did for the other ones, just about there. Jungle is a lot higher, but the problem with gathering jungle leaves is we don't really get enough saplings. So instead of having 3 for these, I think what I'm just going to do is have 1. Now, one thing we've got to be careful about when doing this is that we don't harvest all of the leaves, because then we won't get any saplings. And if we haven't got any saplings, we've got no trees. So we're only going to be adding a few harvesters onto each section of this. Cherry trees all seem to be a little bit higher up. Dark oak, again, one of those ones that just don't give you many saplings back for how many leaves they've got. So I think for now we'll be just quite sparing and just have the 1 harvester for the dark oak. And I think we'll do the same for the pale oak as well. And then the mangrove, the leaves for that are much higher up, and you don't actually get the propagules from the leaves. Propagules grow on them separately, so we can harvest as many leaves as we want from the mangrove. So let's just have 9 on there. That should do it. Give that a glue together and get all of that glue to this. And that should be everything glued on now. Everything should be ready to go. Now let's get this machine turned on. You haven't decorated it yet? No, I know I haven't decorated it yet, and I'm not going to have time to do that today, but, you know, it's all about getting it working and getting that system in place to get all of the stuff back to our storage system. It's still got so much to empty out. Maybe we could add more than 1 portable storage interface. That might make things a little bit quicker. There we go. Now we've got 2 on there, so hopefully that means things are going to come out a little bit faster. And they are, but not fast enough. One other thing I've added to this system is a vault right at the end of this conveyor, just in case items do go flying past the funnels they're designated for, and they'll end up coming into here. And it looks like, for some reason, we've got a load of bone meal going in there. How have we ended up with bone meal in there? Oh, of course, because the system already had bone meal in it, so we need to filter. Oh yeah, and I've just, oh jeez, we need to filter these to stop the bone meal as well. Oh jeez, I've literally just sucked all of the saplings out of there now. Oopsie. Well, it's definitely moving its way round, chopping down plenty of trees, so we should have a whole bunch of stuff coming through into the storage system when it's finished this round. But I'm interested to see how many leaves we'll get in. It looks like we're getting a decent amount of leaves in these barrels, so that's good. It's all working out rather well. And here we go. It is just about to complete its first trip round since we stuck it all together. It has stopped. It is unloading things. Wow, we got all sorts of stuff in that one. But I want to know exactly how many things it's got, so I need to add some stock stuff to all of these so I can see how many things we've got. And there we go. We've now got packages and stock links on every single one of these, so we should be able to see what we've got in stock by going over to the Guardian Farm thingamabobby. Thingamabobby? Yep, this thingamabobby here. And there we go. We got loads in stock already. Wow. 11,000 dark oak already? Not so many leaves, but they'll add up over time. I thought mangrove would be slow, but we're getting a decent amount of that. And we are storing quite a few saplings, including propagules and jungle, so that's good. Well, I guess it's working out rather well. Okay, it's coming back round again, and I've set this so that the next time it comes round, this should activate the saplings and the bone meal. It's doing it. It's letting a lot through because I've allowed 30 seconds, but yeah, the saplings are coming through and the bone meal is going in. And now, has that reset? It has. So it won't do that again for another 5 times round. I can't believe how well it works. The next part of my cutting plan is to turn half of the logs into strip logs. And in order to do that, what I've got coming out of each vault are logs and leaves all coming to this conveyor. The logs are going to come out of these funnels 64 at a time, get split here. So 32 there and 32 there. 32 are going to end up getting stripped and onto this belt. 64 leaves and the other 32 are also going to go onto this belt, and they're all going to end up in that vault at the end. Oh, there's a Mr. Beardstone behind me. Hello, Mr. Beardstone.
Hello. I'm doing my best not to do any spoilers, so whatever's behind you, you know, that's fair. As long as you don't move around too much, yeah, I won't be spoiling anything you're doing. It's fine.
Come to put my back on the wall.
Yeah, there we go. That's it. I mean, this looks quite menacing now, Foxy. But this is the only way I can talk to you over here without spoiling your video. So
right, okay, yes, yeah.
Yep. Cool. What are you up to right now? Have you got a few minutes?
No. Yeah, I've got a few minutes. What do you need, Mr. B?
Do you fancy a quick round of golf?
Yes.
Just like a little test. It's just a 5-minute quick proof of concept type thing.
Oh, that sounds like a long time. But yes, I would like to do that.
No, as in it took me 5 minutes to build.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. It is a lovely looking tree farm, I must say.
Yeah, it took me long enough. It works, really. Where have you gone?
I'm exactly where we were. How did you get out of there?
Oh, jetpack.
Right, I can do this.
Good luck, Mr. B.
Ow.
Yay, you're out. Good job.
Yes. Yeah, that was smooth.
Yeah, really smooth.
Yeah, we're going to play 5 holes of golf, Foxy.
5 holes of golf? Wow, it's almost a round.
Yes.
Or half round.
Yeah, kind of, but not.
There's a lot of creepers at your base, Mr. Beardstone.
Yeah, it's okay. We're flying away again now.
Oh, okay.
So if we carry on in this direction to over here somewhere.
Was it ice golf?
Here, ice golf, best golf.
Ice golf, best golf. I'm into it. Oh, is this this is the green?
This is the where you put your ball to start.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and the first hole, look, you see the greens just down there. So nice, straightforward one.
That's a big hole.
Just yeah, you'll see why.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
Right. So grab a set of clubs.
Okay. No woods in there then.
No drivers. Ignore all this stuff. No. These are the tools we're working with, Foxy.
Okay.
Right, I'm just gonna get the ball dispenser ready.
Ball dispenser. Oh, I like the idea of this. Okay.
Yeah. So let's just do that.
Ball dispenser. Right. Okay.
Right. Grab your ball. Okay, and I'll grab my ball.
And I put it here, do I? And then I tee off.
Right. So. You'll notice your clubs, you've got a putter, and then you've got a 3, a 6, and a 9 iron, which Google tells me the higher the number, the
weaker
less
it is.
distance.
Yeah. Have you never actually played golf, Mr. Beardstone?
No.
Oh, right.
I've played crazy golf, which is what this is a precursor to.
Right. Well, in that case, you only need your putter then, if it's crazy golf. But yeah.
Well, yeah, but you still kind of need a little bit of variation for funsies.
Have you got your pitching wedge, your sand wedge? Your drivers?
Sandwich. It's past lunchtime, Foxy.
Oh, jeez. Okay, right. Okay, Mr. Pro.
Go on then.
Okay, so I'm assuming
that
this is a short course, so I would opt for my 9 iron, right? Or is this a long course? I don't know how much knockback works.
Basically, the difference is about 2 blocks extra difference.
Right,
distance.
I'm going to go.
So I'd recommend you start with your 3.
Right, I'm going to start with my 3 iron then. This is a long course. Right, okay. I'm going to hit this package all the way down the fairway, Mr. Beardstone. Hopefully not end up in the rough.
The fairway? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, just
go.
Put the ball in the hole.
I picked it up.
Yeah, wrong one. Yeah, don't do that. That's cheating.
Whee! Oh, I did.
Right, so... Okay, so what you can do, if you run and hit it, I believe.
Okay. Oh, momentum.
You might get a bit more distance, yeah.
Okay. Oh, nicely done, Mr. Beardstone.
Yeah, you see that?
Right, okay, ready, go.
Yeah, go.
Whoa!
I
overshot. Shouldn't have used my 3. I should have gone down to my 6, Mr. Beardstone.
Yeah, I've gone down to my 6.
Oh,
hey!
Look at that. You got a birdie. Oh, what's power on this hole?
3, let's say.
Yeah. Got birdie. Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I'll take it. Oh! Yeah, now you're in a pickle. This is why you need the different clubs.
Yay!
Hey! So you got a bogey.
Yeah, I got a bogey, yeah.
See? Yeah, I know these terms
I didn't think I had my camera on.
Yeah, oh, jeez.
Oh, right. So this one's got tricky bits in it, is it? Okay, I get
Hazards.
You. Hazards.
Oh, just got away with that, yeah.
Okay, I should go for my 3 again. I'm going to give a good running jump and... Oh,
nice.
Oh,
you've just gone in front of me. That's going to make my shot really awkward.
I saw this in Mr. Beardstone's video weeks ago.
Yeah.
Shut up, you.
You're the one pre-recording. This is fun. Right.
Done. Oh,
hey.
It's like you played this before.
To be honest, I've hit probably about 20 boxes.
No. My putts are too strong with Beardstone. Can I punch it?
No.
Oh, my ball broke. Beardstone. Got me a new ball. Right. Okay. I get it first time this time. So we're going to go 6 iron, but with a running start. Okay. There we go. Beardstone.
You hit the hazard. New ball.
New ball. Bring a few. I'm going to get this in 1. Okay, so I'm going 3 iron, running start, avoid the thingies. Oh, when water gets it Beardstone.
There we go.
Okay.
So what you on now? You're on like 5?
No. I started again. You don't know the rules of golf, so I can get away with anything.
I reckon you should try a different shot because that's clearly not working.
I am trying a different shot. I was trying my angles a bit better. Okay.
I see. This is good. This is good.
In for 2. Oh, come on.
See, now what you want to do is you want to use a stronger club. No, that's cheating.
Was it? You're not allowed to do that?
Unbelievable.
Right, okay. So stronger club,
yeah. So you use a stronger club to hit it further away, and then use your weaker club to hit it back into the hole.
Or I use my brain, hit it away from the hole. Right.
Or that. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the same thing I said, just the other way around.
I don't think it is. Right. Yay! Look at that.
Okay, so that's like 10 you're on, Foxy. Yeah. Right. So this hole is behind the igloo.
Oh, it's behind the igloo. Okay. So we need a power shot to get started then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, big old strong shot.
Okay. And go. Oh, it wasn't bad.
Nice.
Not bad.
It was good. It was good.
Is there no hole through the igloo?
Oh, no, not on this one. I didn't want to smash it up. Right.
Geez.
So
we're in the rough.
Now we're in a bit of a pickle.
Yeah.
I'm behind a wall.
I'm guessing they don't bounce off walls.
No, but you can kind of like chip them off the side. Yeah. If you look away from the wall.
Right.
Yeah, like that.
Hey, how did you do it? Oh, so sneaky. Okay.
I made sure I wasn't moving when I hit it, so it didn't give it any extra momentum.
Oh, come on.
There will be a player survey after this.
Oh, I see. Over the wall. Sneaky.
I mean, I could have tried to go over both the walls, but I wasn't brave enough. Oh, you did. Oh, you're closer, so you go first.
I thought the hole was there. I was looking at the sign and I didn't realise it was tucked behind there. Oh, well.
It's all right. It's your go.
Oh, it's my go. Okay.
You're closer, yeah. I think that's how it works, right?
Yay! I think, in like Crazy Golf, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's essentially what this will end up.
I haven't played golf in years, Miss Beardstone.
Right.
Oh, well, look at the hazard here.
You putted first, so off you go. The hole is about 100 blocks that way.
Okay. 100 blocks? Oh, jeez.
Well, it's quite far.
Big jump.
And here's your replacement box.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to go for a shorter one this time, and then I'll get the hole on the second go. There we go.
Okay, nice. Right, let me...
Nice. You need a caddy, like a little golf cart to take you to each hole, just totally pointlessly, just a minecart track just running around.
That would be amazing. Oh, you
it's like,
knocked me out of the way. This
you could do bowls, I was going to say.
Oh, you could, yeah. Right, well, you're in front now, so...
I didn't know that was a thing.
Hacks.
No, it was accident, myth, beers down. Oh, look at that. Oh.
And what I have worked out is if you put bits of, like here, look, we've got some pack dice, it slides more.
Have you tried any blue ice?
Yes, it slides more.
More. Wow. Oh, you've done this before. Oh, come on.
That was just a bad shot, really, wasn't
it? I'm using the pot of more for pushing things away from the hole than pushing it in. There we go.
That's fine.
Lovely.
Hey, good shot. So that
nice.
was that was the sort of proof of concept, Foxy.
Well, I loved it. I thought it was great.
Okay, so imagine that, but fully themed up with something. There'll be like moving bits and hazards and, you know, a bit of an interweaved reason for it being there, like a little story type thing.
Yeah. Now, where was I before I was rudely interrupted? Yes, strip logs. Now, all of these are exactly the same, except for bamboo, of course, which actually needs turning into the bamboo block before it can be then stripped. In order to do that, down the side of the vault, I've got a little funnel here letting the bamboo out. That's going to get pressed into blocks of bamboo, and then that's going to get split onto these bits, and there we go. So I've got that belt running there. I need to get the rest of these belts running. I think the easiest way to do that is just going to be to link them all together at this point here. But saws are funny little things because they actually need to be powered in the opposite direction to belts just to make life interesting for everybody. So that's going to be an interesting thing to try and power. So at this point here, what I'm going to need to do, stick in a couple of gearboxes. One there to get those going. Oh, we're already sending things through. I didn't think about that. That's fine, doesn't matter. And then we'll need another one there, and hopefully that'll send the saw the right way. Guess we should test this. Let's grab one of those, throw it onto there, and yes, it does. Excellent. Good. Then that should be going the right way to then move that way, which it is. That's good. Excellent. We're just sending out millions of leaves now. I don't want that going yet. And now I got to try and do that for all of these as well. So can I just go like that, and like that, and get that going the right way? I can. Okay, well, that makes life nice and easy then. Excellent. And there we go. That's all of the saws now connected. So this should be just about ready to go then, apart from our basin here. So in order to get this working, all we need to do is break that, stick a little bit of chain drive in here, and connect that to that. And there we go. Now we're making the bamboo, which is getting split. That's working. Excellent. Let's plug this back in then and watch everything start getting split. Now, we are going to get a backup of the belts while this thing is still funneling through because it's still kind of full from before, but I didn't expect that to happen. But other than that, we should be all good. But once it's sort of filtered through from everything that we've already collected, it should all be okay after that, I think. If it's not, I can always make more belts and split things evenly, but that might not be a bad idea. We're only getting one at a time coming through there, whereas we're getting a stack at a time there. I'll just set that to 2 instead of 64. That makes more sense. But there we go. We've now got multiple lanes that are splitting everything up, keeping everything flowing much nicer. So everything is going into here. And that means all I've got to do is get all of that on the boat and over to my huge storage area, which I haven't built yet. So we can't do any of that yet. Oh, geez. Look at all of that wood. It's ridiculous. I might have been AFK for a little while, letting this thing run, and as a result, we've now completely backed up the system because this vault is completely full of all the things we're collecting. That means none of our items can process, meaning we've got a backup of every single one of these, and we're even voiding some off into that fire. What we have got now, however, are frogs all over this little thing on all of the vaults that we need to take items from. And those frogs even come all the way over here behind all of the Guardian stuff that we're doing on all of these systems where I previously had a belt leading out to our post box where our boat can pick it up. So I can now send all of it at least out to the post box. That means I just need the boat to come and collect it and then drop it off at my base area, where for now I think we'll just set up a temporary storage area on the dock that I haven't built yet so that we can at least get things offloaded over here and then worry about moving them into my actual storage system in the next video, which means I'm going to need a lot of vaults. And there we go. In no time at all, we've now got 4 vaults just sat on the edge of this dock here, and I've got a post box here which is not connected to anything, so we need a station down there. So let's just go throw this somewhere onto the track we've got visible. Let's just pop it there, I guess. And then let's see if we can actually bring this all the way up here so I can actually access it out of the water. I don't know what the range is on these things, but let's see if I can bring it somewhere close to all of this. I mean, can I even get it over here? No, it's too far away. About here? No, it's too far away. What about here? Yes, I can put it there. Okay, that's fine. We're going to call this one Foxy's base. And now I need to link this post box to it, which just means clicking on that and then putting this back over here somewhere. There we go. And this needs an address as well, and we'll call it Foxy's base. And I'm hoping that once the packages are in there, this packager here will unpackage them, send them through here, they'll go into that vault, and then they'll come out and they'll go in and go in and go in, and basically they'll fill up all the way down to the bottom. That's my plan, at least. The problem now that I've got is I need to get my boat to come and drop things off here if it's got stuff over there without doing a big old loop all the way around the shopping area and back again. And that could be a problem because at the moment there's no way for the boat to turn round here to go back that way. So I'm going to have to add in even more rail. Oh, geez. Okay, the track is now in place. I have had to move the station slightly in order to get a curve to go all the way around there and then back up to there. And that means that the post box and the station are not in the same chunk, so we could end up with some chunk loading problems here. But let's not worry about that right now. Let's worry about how I'm going to set the schedule on this boat to sort all of that out. At the moment, the schedule for this boat is basically to say it's stay at the Guardian farm unless you've got packages in. If you've got packages in, wait 30 seconds and then set off. Then you're going to head for Docktown, wait 30 seconds, drop your packages off, and then you're going to come back to the base. But now we've got to squeeze in more stations, and I really only want this thing going if it's actually got any packages in it. So I guess either way round of doing this, it's going to be better off going to my base first, then going to Docktown if it needs to, and then coming back here again. So we need to add in a station on here, which is Foxy's base, put that in the middle, but we don't want it to go to Docktown unless it really needs to do that. And I don't know how to make it not go somewhere it doesn't need to go. Okay, I think I've figured this out, and I think it's very simple. You literally have it coming to the Guardian farm. If it's got any packages on it, wait 30 seconds and then deliver that package, and it'll basically deliver it to wherever it needs to go. And then it'll just come back to here. Easy. So if I now give this fellow that schedule, he shouldn't go anywhere because there are no packages on board at the moment. So now what we need to do is a little bit of clever jiggery-pokery with the postbox names and whatnot in order to make sure those packages get delivered to the right place. At the moment, the items coming from the Guardian farm are being delivered to Docktown. All of the packages are being addressed to Docktown, so when Docktown calls for them, whichever frog the items are in will put the items onto this line and they'll go in here that says to Docktown, because the address is wildcard Docktown. Now, obviously, this isn't just Docktown, this is also Foxy's base. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to just to Docktown and Foxy's base. I can't fit all that in. We'll just put Docktown and Foxy's base. There we go. So now when items are called from our little shops that spawn that say Docktown, they should still go to this, get sent to that post box, get put on the boat and arrive where they need to go. But obviously the wood stuff is going to be a slightly different story. We need to set up a call-in system from those new vaults we've set up, but change the address to Foxy's base. And that means I need factory gauges, which I think I've got at my base. Don't need to be here at all. But because there are so many different types of items that I want delivered, using factory gauges would take forever and require a lot of factory gauges, so this time I'm actually going to be using a redstone requester. First of all though, I am just going to set up a stock link for what we've got at our Prismarine wood farm so I can see what's going on, and then if I click on that with the redstone requester, we can basically click each of the things that we want to have delivered, and now all I need to do is set the address to wildcard Foxy's base, click configure, and now if I put that down and give it a redstone pulse, it should request all of those items from the tree farm. But But I can only select 9 different types of items at a time with this, and obviously from the tree farm we've got a whole bunch of different things we want to request, so I'm going to need a couple of these things. So now I've got 4 redstone requesters with all of the different items in I want to be requesting, and I can set each stack up to 256 at a time, which is 4 stacks worth of each one. Then we get in all of the logs, all of the strip logs, all of the bamboo, and all of the leaves. There we go. Everything's now set to 256, so all I need to do is add on a little bit of redstone like this, and then at the end here I need to put on a pulse timer, but I don't want these going off just yet, so I'm going to put that a block away, and I'm going to set that to send maybe every 10 minutes or so. Should be plenty. Let's connect that to that. Let's put a lever on so we can just lock this thing if we want to, and then if I give this its initial pulse, that should have requested everything. So we should now, if we fly over, see a whole bunch of mailboxes all heading out towards the boat with a little bit of luck. So let's just stand here, free cam down, and there we go. Loads and loads of post boxes are all coming out towards the mailbox. These items are now moving again because it's been able to take them from the system. We've got a couple spinning around there that seem to be a little bit confused, so we'll look at that in a minute, but they've got on the boat, and the boat should go any minute. They're still going onto the boat. Yeah, so they're now all on the boat, all of those packages, so that should mean in 30 seconds this boat disappears and goes and drops it all off at my base. There we go. It's going. The boat is going. Let's get over there before it does so we can see what happens when it gets to the other end. But which route is it going to go round? There we go. It's coming. It's here already. Is my little system for getting the packages off going to work? It is. Oh, they're going in as packages though, which is not what I wanted them unpackaged, which is why I put the packager there. So we're going to have to deal with that. But apart from that, the system works. Right, I'm going to get rid of that for a minute so we don't get any pulses. And now what I'm going to do is sort this out so that the items go in and not the packages. So in order to change this then, I think all I need to do is stick the packager onto there, put a funnel on there. We can keep the post box where it was. And then we just need a funnel coming out the back of there. And hopefully that'll work. It's working! It's working! So all I need to do is just ping that, sit that there to go every 10 minutes, unping that, and now all of my items are just gonna come over here from the tree farm regularly, saving us a whole bunch of space at the tree farm. And that means once I actually get my big old storage system inside of the mountain, everything can be fully automated and we'll have millions and millions of wood in my storage system. So now we don't need these bits here. Instead, just for now, so you can see what's going on, I'm gonna stick a packager on there. I'm gonna create a new stock network. And then if I just plonk that there and that there, we can see inside of this vault, we've got 512 of everything. Amazing! So all that's left to do is go and investigate what was going on with those packages that didn't seem to have an address. And also, where's my boat gone? I think my boat may have gone to Docktown in order to come back here. That's fine, it can go to Docktown, I don't mind. All right, packagey fellows, what's your problem? Ah, you're trying to go to Docktown. Yeah, okay. I need to change the wildcard on Docktown to Docktown Star, not Star Docktown. That's what I've done wrong. There you go, Docktown. I believe you were expecting these items. I can't put them in now. I broke you. It's a good job I brought one of these with me. Let's just throw them at there. And now I just need to change the addresses on here to, instead of Docktown wildcard, in fact, we'll just have the wildcard at both ends. That should work, I think. So basically, anything with Docktown in its name will come to here. And while I'm here, I might as well see if I've made any money in my fish shop. And no, not a bean yet. Oh, jeez. Maybe one day.